Okay, hello friends, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe, like and share the video if you like it. And today we are going to learn about the nitrogen cycle. Nitrogen cycle. So what is this actually? The movement of nitrogen from atmosphere to the soil. Atmosphere to the soil. The movement of the nitrogen, we call it as a nitrogen cycle. From the soil, the plants, they will absorb it because some plants require the nitrogen in large quantities, but which is unavailable in the soil. So they will be absorbed, and that atmospheric nitrogen will be converting into the usable form in soil. Okay, so it involves nitrogen fixation. It involves a nitrogen fixation, that is the nitrogen will be fixed in the atmosphere. Actually, in the atmosphere, the nitrogen is in the form of dinitrogen form, and the two nitrogens are bind together with the help of a strong triple bond. Strong triple bond is present. So this triple bond breaking which is present in the atmosphere is a very hard process, very difficult process. So that's why this nitrogen will be the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere with the strong triple bond will be broken down, and they will be converting into the ammonia or the nitrous oxide forms. So this ammonia as well as nitrous oxides are easily absorbed by the plants in the soil. Okay, so now nitrogen fixation, actually it is of two types, a biological nitrogen fixation and a biological nitrogen fixation. Abiological and biological nitrogen fixations means with the physical or the chemical things which helps in to fix the nitrogen, we call them as the abiological ones, non-living things. What are the non-living things which helps in the nitrogen fixation? They are the UV rays, that is the radiations or thunders. Yes, many other storms, thunderstorms will be there, or lightning process by due to the pollution. So most of the nitrogen will be fixed, and this here only 30% of the nitrogen will be fixed by this process. Whereas the biological means here living things will helps. Living means like bacteria, fungus, which are in a symbiotic relationship, or the free living ones, they will fix the nitrogen from atmosphere to the soil. Okay, so all of the living organisms, they will fix the nitrogen into the usable form. Okay, biological nitrogen fixing organisms, let us see. So in nitrogen fixation, what happens? The atmospheric nitrogen will be converted into the usable form. It may be inorganic or organic. By the living organisms, we call it as a biological nitrogen fixation. Okay, so this biological nitrogen fixation is carried out by both the free living, that is asymbiotic and symbiotic bacteria, symbiotic organisms. Or okay, so now we are discussing about the bacteria. So free living or the symbiotic bacteria, they will perform the nitrogen fixation process, and they will fix the atmospheric nitrogen. So free living means they does not be in contact or the mutual, there is no relationship, mutual relationship with the plants. They will fix the nitrogen from the atmosphere to the soil. They will fix from the soil the other plants which require, they will absorb that. Okay, few of the examples for the free living bacteria, free living aerobic bacteria. Okay, first let us see free living aerobic bacteria. So those are the azotobacter. This is a free living aerobic bacteria which require oxygen, right? And free living anaerobic bacteria. Free living anaerobic bacteria, that is Clostridium and Bacillus. Clostridium and Bacillus are examples for the free living anaerobic bacteria which does not require oxygen. Okay, and also photoautotrophic bacteria will be there, free living ones. Photoautotrophic bacteria will be there. So those are the Rhodospirillum and also cyanobacteria. It is also photoautotrophic one. Cyanobacteria, blue green algae, that is Anabaena and Nostoc. So these are the examples which are the free living, that is asymbiotic nitrogen fixing organisms. And coming to the symbiotic, symbiotic means which are in the mutual relationship. Symbiotic bacteria, these are in mutual relationship with the plants. Okay, so for example Rhizobium. Rhizobium, it will be in the symbiotic relationship with the legume plants, right? So legume plants, it will act as a symbiotic bacteria. Fine. So, and this will also form the root nodules. Okay. Along with that root nodules, this will fix the nitrogen in the legume plants and it will be in the symbiotic relationship. This bacteria will give nitrogen for the plant, and in the oppositely legume plant will provide shelter, food, everything for the Rhizobium. Okay. And other non-legume plants which will produce the root nodules also. So one of the example is Frankia. So this is one of the example which does not be in symbiotic relationship with the legumes, but it can also produce the nodules, root nodules. Okay, so these along with the bacteria, fungi, we call it as the relationship, we call it as a mycorrhizal relationship, right? Mycorrhizal relationship. So here I am writing mycorrhiza. That means myco here means a fungus, right? And a rhiza, that is a root. With the higher roots, it will be in a symbiotic relationship to fix the nitrogen or the phosphorus what the plant requires. So this is also one of the symbiotic relation, but it is a fungus one.